Hello YouTube, let's play another game, playing with the black pieces. Opponent is taking his time. Okay, we're gonna go for the Caro-Kann. And let's see which variation it's gonna be this time. Exchange variation, okay. Let's make this interesting. That's already a interesting idea. And I'm gonna play it in this fashion. It does block in my bishop, but it's probably becoming active at some point anyway. Some point maybe taking is alright, but I guess I'm just gonna continue development for now. So I want this bishop to move first, so that I can make it move twice. I'm just gonna play solid moves. This was also an idea, but yeah, I'm guessing just taking here now, making the bishop move twice. If he wants to take it back, of course, doesn't have to. And yeah, just castling probably. And let's see, this might be an idea to also get my bishop on this nice diagonal. Also this, it's a little bit slower, but also works. I'm gonna go for this. Now he might preemptively move his bishop. No, he doesn't. So let's go for this. Also at some point maybe that would be a nice square for the knight. Especially now he moved his bishop there, by the way. Yeah, let's go for this. Maybe he can throw this in, although I don't think he can. Yeah, so I think I should prioritize this first. This is a nice square for the knight. Now you can kick it out. That still looks alright. Maybe if I have my rook here first, then that would even be a thing. Attacking the knight and the bishop. So maybe this first. Also at some point I need to get my queen out somehow to connect my rooks probably. So yeah, let's say this. I think that's alright. You might want his queen here at some point, but my knight is defending here, so I think I have time for this. Yeah, now here you can't kick my knight out. That is a really nice square for my knight. He also has quite a nice square for his knight. But I think that one I can get rid of. Maybe even by just putting my knight here. Because if that takes, I can take back. Okay, now let's go here. Guess his idea is he can now play this, although... Yeah, I guess he can take with the queen, defending this. And after this... I guess he can just move his bishop. I'm gonna play this anyway, because it just has to be a good move. It's not like my knight is getting trapped. I have this square, I can take the bishop. This square. This might even be an idea as well, just going for this. Just putting a blockade on this isolated pawn. Which is an interesting idea, that defends that as well. Yeah, maybe that's quite an alright idea actually. Because if I have the blockade here, that's definitely a win for me. And he's probably still thinking about things like this. Or even putting a knight there. guess I have this now. I think this comes with a threat. Although definitely I don't want to leave that line there for too long. Okay, so he takes. Take back like that. Or with the knight. Knight might be better. So at some point this could become annoying. Yeah, so maybe bishop. I was also considering taking his rook first, but I don't want to give him the file. Though I guess he can grab it anyway by trading and then putting his other rook there, defended by the bishop. After the trade, I can maybe put my queen there then, and that's the thing. He's thinking. Okay, that's interesting. So I could go here. This does come with check. And I can just take and there's not really any danger. His idea is that he wants to get his queen in here, so I'm not gonna let him. Yeah, this must be good. Maybe he can go here. Then after takes maybe. Messing up his pawn structure. And this is his good bishop, so trading it off is a good thing for me. And he might start sacking here. Okay, he takes there first. I don't see any threats. Now this is still a thing, so he probably has to block with the bishop. Yeah, he's going for that. Can I win this, by the way? He's gonna win a pawn as well, probably. So, not really. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Maybe this. Going for the attack, connecting my rooks. Should be good. Probably this is better, by the way. Just centralizing my queen. Yeah, let's go for that. His bishop is on a dark square. And it's a pretty bad bishop as well. And I might want to start putting a lot of pressure on this. So maybe this. Or just this first. I don't want to give him access to the file while I don't have to. Because now I still have access to the file. This becomes an idea already, by the way. So if he takes, I win the queen. And if he doesn't take, I'm attacking this. Yeah, put some more pressure and then go for this. Looks really difficult to stop. Maybe you can go for this. Probably not though. Yeah, so how does he stop this? Don't think he does. Again, here I'm just winning a rook in this case. And he can't even take my bishop afterwards because I take his bishop. So, like I said, at some point the isolated pawn, when it's blockaded, it's gonna become a weakness. Now that's what I was playing for this whole game. And it seems to be working out. Now, of course, I still need to convert. Because it's just one pawn after all. At least if he's smart, he's not gonna go for more. So this, yeah, should be alright. Of course, now I have an isolated pawn. But I'm guessing I can just push. Yeah, let's do that. Now my back rank still is a little bit weak. So that's something to think about. maybe this or something. Let's actually make a luft, because we might need it at some point. Don't think he is threatening any sacrifice. Or there, just doesn't work. So maybe this. Because his bishop can come here. Then I have this check or this check. So is this interesting, by the way? Because if takes, 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 that should be good for me. He takes here, check. Looks alright, but I think I'm gonna play this first. Of course he has some checks. Well, not there, because that loses the queen. Maybe there, but then I can just move the king and there's nothing. And now maybe this is an idea. He can't take here, because I take here and then win the rook. Or with an exchange, I guess. Oh, it's a full rook, actually. Yeah, he doesn't have much play here, I think. This pawn is really annoying for him. I could also consider pushing it instead of going for this stuff. Yeah, so he does go for the check. Not much for me to think about. Okay. So we have this check. He might be able to go back. Then maybe something like this. Could also just move my rook. Maybe here, because it comes with tempo. Yeah, let's go for that actually. This check is always a thing, or this, or this. Okay. So just pushing it. This another attack is defended by the queen. So yeah, can never be bad idea. Okay. This comes to mind again. Doesn't really win anything, but it's just an idea. Or this. Maybe this even, but I don't think that works. Yeah, let's try this. And then maybe here. Let's see actually. If he takes here, take, takes, takes, takes. It's quite equal. Maybe this. Actually looks alright. This is defended. Now all my pieces are kinda overworked, but I think it's all working. If he trades, and I still hang on to the pawn. And if he doesn't, I know he can go for this pawn maybe, but then I might already have ideas like this. Although I guess he can just take, because the bishop is there. So maybe ideas like this are alright. Although I guess I can just attack his rook here then. So he probably has to take. And then try and bring his king to finally attack this pawn. It's gonna take him a lot of effort to do so. And he's taking a lot of time, and time is becoming a thing as well in this game, so I should watch that. Again, maybe he has some sacrifices, but I don't think they're worth it. Like, in the end, I just have a queen, so. And also this, I can probably take here. If he takes back, I win his rook. Yeah, so he does go for this in the end. I figured he had to. And maybe this even. Because after this, threatening this, maybe he has to play this there. So this check is a thing here. Don't think this can be bad. Maybe it can. You never know. So this, he might have to go for this. Is this an idea now, by the way? If he takes, let's check. If takes, takes. He's coming in. Let's calculate. He can go for this. Then my king is just way more active. That should be winning. So let's go for that. He can't take there as well because this is pinned. If he takes here, like I said, that's a check, so I pick up his rook. I guess that's an idea as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take now. And this is a better variation for him, but my king still is more active than his. So I think this should still be better for me. Grabbing the opposition. And he wants to go for this. I think it's still alright. Well, I have to speed up now. So this I just take. Let's pre-move that. It's probably a draw here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. Like here, he gets opposition. So it's probably a draw. I don't see anything better. Let's analyze after anyways. Maybe this is an idea. Guess I could try that. Maybe I'm messing things up now, by the way. Yeah, I'm guessing this. Because he has this. I shouldn't have gone for that. Although maybe it's fine. Let's play quickly anyway. Yeah, and just one on time. I don't know why he's playing so slowly. So that's a strategy as well, I guess. So I definitely didn't play that endgame well. I tried to go for something while I knew it was a draw. I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, let's go for the game review. I did win in the end, so that's funny. So yeah, let's look at the opening first. So all theory so far, and then here. Yeah, so this was best, and it's slightly better for black already, so definitely a good opening here. Yeah, not much to consider, and here. Yeah, taking here, I saw that later. That was an idea. And then I can take here even, yeah. That's something I should have seen. This is a blunder because of b4. That's interesting, and I guess the knight doesn't have any squares. Yeah, because if it goes here, takes. And then I win a pawn. So it's just a big tactic to win a pawn. I didn't see that. This is still good for me. And then here, this was a miss again. Yeah, winning a pawn here. So I definitely didn't play this game all too well. But I still kept my slight advantage the whole time. Yeah, and here I just win that pawn. And my conversion was just bad. So let's see which idea I should have played for. So d2 here immediately. Apparently is the way to go. He doesn't have time for this, I guess. Queen f5. Yeah, just going for this, and I just played it too slowly, trying to defend everything before going for something like that, and it's still alright actually. This is best. And then Queen b2. Yeah, that would have been better, I guess. So after this trade, which is not even best, Queen b7. Okay, so this is alright. I figured this is really dangerous for him. And the engine agrees, this is just... So I think, practically speaking, trading here was the best he could do. Rook e8. That's interesting, actually. Because it looks like I'm hanging something here. Yeah, but just going back, and there's the spin. And... Sorry, here, if he doesn't take, then his king is cut off. So that's a nice idea. And here, actually this was already apparently drawing. I really thought with the activity of my king, this would be good for me. And actually this is. So what should he have done? He should have come here. Yeah, and that saves him a tempo, and then it's just enough. But what he did, I think, worked as well. Yeah, now his king is just that more active than the other variation, and here it's just drawing, and I really messed up by trying to go for something while there wasn't anything there. Yeah, and shuffling is just best here. I think, yeah, like I thought, this is just a blunder. And I shouldn't have tried that. And I ended up winning anyway because he was just too slow. And I knew I had to play on time at this point, and yeah, that's also part of the game, so he should have definitely watched his clock better. Luckily I did, because I forget about that as well a lot of the time, but yeah. Let me know what you think. I think the end game definitely could have been better, but the opening was quite good, so yeah. Maybe better next time. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.